Hello, I'm joined by Alan Dowson after this afternoon's 2-0 victory against Folkestone Invicta. Alan,
easy for you.
Yeah, well, you think. Alan, ninth versus bottom when we kicked off today, but it wasn't as easy as it looked on paper with Folkestone fighting for their lives.
It was only 2 weeks ago that we had drew with Billericay. We've got some players like Drayden, who was excellent in the conference, who were hard for anybody, and also they beat us down there 1-0. So any sort of result today I would have taken. And it's also a banana skin because you expect to win the game. So it's the first game we've had in quite a while where we're expected to wipe the floor from whatever and stuff like that. I did think we had the better chances of the whole game. I did think we were sloppy in midfield areas. Bash has probably had his worst game for a long time, and he's been excellent for us. Excellent. Front two didn't do much, and they've been excellent for us. Sam Clayton didn't do nothing, and he's been excellent for us. So people had a bit of an off game. But what we were trying to say from a couple of weeks ago against Concord Rangers was, you can have 2 or 3, if you've got quality where you got, you can have 2 or 3 players having an off game alongside everybody else does okay, and you can get results that way. I thought the 2 centre halves were excellent. I thought Birdie was different gear, and Lodgy done okay when he come, some brilliance when he come on some stupid things, but a brilliance from his goal and a couple of tricks, but some stupid things as well. So at the end, I'm not delighted about the performance, but I can't be delighted. It's about the result, and that's the only thing that matters today.
The result 2-0. Obviously that looks great on the final score sheet, but were we holding on? Or how comfortable were you?
We had to win. We wouldn't get a chance getting the playoffs. We had a loss today. We had to somehow get a result against us today as well. So it was always going to be one of them where it was never going to be a 0-0. I didn't think. When they started putting 2 up and 3 up and everybody up, so we had to say, okay, either let that happen and gamble or defend it well by bringing hooks back in. I didn't think we had a shot on target, to tell you the truth. And we had some good chances to win the game, but we didn't take them. But we scored 2 good goals. Birdie, fair play, playing well at the minute, Birdie. So not hanging on at all, but at the same time, not a 2-0 win. It was say a 1-0. Even though first half, Fine's chance, Clayton chance, Bash should do better. Down here, Tatey chance. Bash had a free header and things like that. So really, it was a sloppy game, which I didn't expect anything else, to be honest.
Well, like you say, a lot of chances, but it did take a while to get the first goal.
Have you said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I said. Like I say.
No, okay.
But what a goal!
No, good. We're trying to get a little one where we do a free kick from there where we hit Gary McIntosh on the back post, so we're trying to scream and shout to do that one, but he's told us where to go really, and we don't mind that. And Hamsey, who's excellent at sorting these things out, will not mind that. He puts in the back of the net, and fair play to Tom, who I think is going through a very good phase of form at the minute, and hope it continues, Lodgy's second goal, it's a good goal, beat the keeper there and put in the back of the net, that's a good goal, and pleased with Lodgy and all, who has come on and done a good shift for us,
Well, good. Pleased with the players, but I didn't think there was too much controversy with the referee, other than the potential penalty appeal. You
don't think that was a penalty?
I think it was.
Oh, right, okay.
But
so why
I'm asking you the question. Did you think it was?
Well, as long as you thought it was, that's all that matters, isn't it? Yes, I did think it was a penalty. I thought he should have scored. Without doubt, I thought he should have scored, and he didn't. But he will score goals. He's been excellent for us, Finesy. But when he hasn't scored, that is a penalty. There's no doubts or ifs or buts about it. That's a stonewall penalty for us concerned. I think it's because it was a chance. He hasn't given it then. I thought we got some bookings. What's that about? Gary Mack getting a booking for winning the header, and Hooks has got one for, but that's what the game's come to now. And again, I keep on saying it, even though we've won a game today, there'll be assessors in the crowd watching him, and he's under pressure of getting every decision right, off us, off the supporters, off the players, and off these assessors, who makes things more difficult. And if you get you can't go through games not getting a yellow card. I don't get to see one of their lads get a yellow card. I don't want to see my lads, but that's the way the game goes, because all these nuggets watch the Premiership now, and they see all these foreigners coming in who are picking up 120 grand a week and couldn't give a monkey's about their club, and they dive around and they get 2 of the dive for their team. That's not a bad thing. We don't do things in non-league football. I think that's probably a beauty of the game, where I don't want to see one of my lads cheat, but that's the thing where I'd rather play Scrabble and watch a Chelsea Man United game the other night, because I just look at all these £1 million players, and I wish we had a couple of quid out of them, which we could get the club going again. And we lost our club here, and the people at the top will not care about that. We do. We got shit on by the FA last season. We'll not care about that up there. We do. So you're asking us all that. I think referees have got a hard job in general, where we just got to look at the top and look at all these divers and coming in and they follow suit.
Right. So back to some positives then. You mentioned good defensive performance. Was the Gary Mack coming back, and I'm sure there's no coincidence that we kept a clean sheet. How's Gary Mack's fitness? What's going on with Hamlin? Is Thompson back next week?
Thompson's back next week. We've got some good players at this club, but whether we will get the top 5 will depend on Gary Mack and Tom Hutchinson being fit. With the players around them too, if we had them fit at the start of the season, we would have pushed something of our best side in the league and they'll win the championship and rightly so, because it's got the best players. The side I've got now, with Thompson being fit, Dean Hamlin being fit and Lodgy back, if I had them 2 as centre halves all season, I believe I've got the best goalkeeper in the league and I believe I've got the best 2 centre forwards. We would have pushed something all the way. But like I said beforehand in the changing room, to go with that, I've got Martin Taylor, and I've got who's the best at what he does in the league. Everything he counts, and I've got Hamsey, who I think is the best coach in the league. So add that on top. Before kick-off, I said, okay, I can't do anything about that, but I do believe I've got the best side in the league at the minute going into these last 3 games. You know, I can't ask for anything more than that. I can't ask for anything more again to Hornchurch with what I believe is the best side, except for Sutton in the league. I can't ask any more to go to Tooting and Mitcham and Moorgate. So the biggest positive is, yes, we might have to win a couple of these last 3 games, maybe to win 2 or whatever, we don't know yet, maybe to win all 3. I thought we've got exactly the same points that we had last season. That's not an achievement, to be honest, because if other people got more, it means that the higher leagues are better and the lowers are worse than last year. That's all it means. But going with the squad I've got, I can't ask for anything more than going in the last week of the season with the best squad of players I've had since I've been at the club. And I've said that 9 games ago, when we've lost 1 in 6, is it 1 in 7, when we shouldn't have lost against Haver, and I can't ask for anything more going into these games with the best squad of players I believe I've managed, to be honest.
The next game is against Hornchurch. Hornchurch lost today, which kind of puts them in doubt to get into a promotion playoff place. Does that change how they'll play next game?
You think about that, the truth of the matter is, yes, it not change how we play, but it must be a bit of psychological, because if you had won today and they beat us, they would have went above us. Now, if they're 70, it makes it a hell of a lot tougher, and if you're a betting man, you would say that they couldn't get in the playoffs. So it does add that little bit where if I'd have won today and you think, if we beat Kingstonian Saturday, we are a point ahead of them, rather than saying if we beat Kingstonian, we're still 2 points behind. The only thing what we got to do is go over and win the game on Friday, and it's simple as that, against a good side who've been up there most of the season. The only thing I can't say is that we've been up there most of the season, so we're not in a false position. I'm sure we aren't either, but we look forward to these 3 games. We believe we can win them, and we'll have a go. As simple as that.
The last I looked, we're 2 points away from the playoffs and 3 away from second. Obviously, we need to win every game we can and every game's cup final. But how much does goal difference come into it? How much are you trying to win games 3-0 rather than 1-0?
You cannot, because you just great to win a game 2-0 today, and if we can win 5-0 we would, but you've got to win the game. It's simple as that. We can't go on goal difference, because I don't think our goal difference is good enough anyway to challenge someone. If it comes to the last game of the season and everybody's equal and we get the scores, I'm not bothered with scores at the minute, because I know that if we win our 3 games we will definitely be in the playoffs. But the truth of the matter is, that comes to the last game. Yes, the day it was 2-0, 1-0. We didn't try to sit back and say, just win the game 1-0. We tried to win it 2, 3, 4, and that's how we got to play in our position. But the most important thing is when you're winning is not to give it away. If you remember around Christmas when we now had Gary fit and Tom Hutchinson there, we went ahead and have a lot of games, Tooting, things like that, where we draw games, and this time we're sort of saying, well, we've got to kick on with that now. But goal difference will be, if it becomes important, that means we haven't done well enough all season. Whatever we finish, I can't have any nuggets saying that we don't deserve to be in the top 5, because that's where we'll be at the end of the season. Wherever we finish at the end of the season, that's where we are. On the flip side, we can't say we've had a great run, we've been unlucky, because we won't be. The season's 42 games, that's where I'm judged on, that's where the players are judged on. I said I've made mistakes this year in the management game, and I believe I have. I wish I'd have got this side earlier together. I tried to, but I couldn't, it couldn't be done, to be honest, But the truth of the matter is, I've got it now, and I'll back them against anybody I will. And even today at half time, I didn't have to rant and rave, because they were so disappointed in themselves, and we're not celebrating winning this game. We're focused, we'll train again on Monday, we'll train Wednesday, and we'll be focused for Friday. The only thing I will ask is to support us to come in numbers. There's 50 more people here today than there was last week, 50 more, which is a plus. We need them, there's no doubt about it. We need them on our side on Monday. I hope it'll come as they have done in the past 4 years since I've been in this club, and make a lot of noise, because it's a big old ground down there with not much atmosphere, and if we can turn it into a bit of a home game with the 12th man, I do think that will make a difference. So if I can ask the supporters to do that, it'll be excellent to me and the team over the last 4 years, just one last time out there, and that'll be great for us, Speaking
of the supporters, today was the deadline for voting for the supporters Player of the Season award. Are you a member of the supporters club? And if so, who would you vote for?
If we didn't win today, I could have become a member. The truth of the matter is that I thought after, to be honest, with 4 games last year, I thought I was going to become a season ticket holder. There's a couple of ones. We've had a think in and the managers every year. Could be Tulfy. I'm not going to give it away obviously because it could be Tulfy because he's played all season. Bobby Trainer's done what he's been asked to do all season. And Bash has had a good season, but he's only played bits and parts. Bernie's had a good season. But if you want to know what the manager's player of the year award, what me and Hamsey's talks in there, we're just not going to tell you.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Right.
Best of luck on the next game. I hope it's a good Friday.
Get rid of this bug, will you?
How pathetic is that? No, I tell you, for you that's not bad. I can see why you didn't want to tell us before you did it.
Why is Phil Babb here?
Me and the mate.
Ah.
Same if you want.
Let's often
Can we interview Phil Babb?